Hi, I'm Jodie Perry and this is Rafi and he's 10 weeks old and I've been breastfeeding from the beginning and I'm still breastfeeding now. I always plan to breastfeed. Everyone in my family has always breastfed and I know how good it is for them and also good for us as a mum, but primarily for him. Before I started breastfeeding, I had a pillow that I used when I was pregnant for sleeping. And that turns into a nursing pillow, which is really useful because it helps you just support your hands and arms so you're not hunched over. And I also had some nipple cream just in case I got a sore, sort of more prevention. Just a little bit longer. Dude. I also had some milk shells which you place on the breast that you're not feeding on, and they collect the leaking milk, which is really useful because you can keep it in case you need it for them later. And you can sometimes collect up to an ounce, which is really great. Right from the start, from the hospital, he breastfed perfectly. He latched on, I didn't get any sore nipples or any pain or anything. Then about 2 weeks after, I read somewhere or someone told me about switching breasts in the middle of a feed, and they said to prevent mastitis or prevent anything going wrong. So I did that for a day and it actually had a negative effect for me. It increased my supply, which meant my breasts were huge and hurting and the milk shot out into his mouth. So he would be gulping loads of air, which gave him tummy problems. And also, because it was so fast, he got lazy with the latch and sort of forgot how to latch. So we had a bit of trouble for about a week or two. And then I knew I needed to do something. And so I rang a lactation specialist who came over and spent about 2 hours with both of us looking at what we were doing and gave me some advice on different positions. So to hold him more upright and leaning back a bit, to kind of go against gravity and help him with the flow until I reduced it myself and got myself back to normal. And the way I got my supply back to normal was they said to put cold cabbage leaves on, which I thought was a bit strange at first, but it worked. And it's like a cold press, like a cold flannel or something, and that stops the milk being produced as heavily. And the same the other way, if you want to increase your supply, you put hot flannels on you. And so after about 2 weeks, when he was about 4 weeks old, everything was back to normal. And I should have just followed my instincts from the start and everything would have been fine. Breastfeeding, I find just a lovely time to sit down and chill and a little break from the day of trying to do everything. And it's just a lovely time to sit and bond with him. And I get to watch TV, watch news, sports, some trashy reality stuff. Look, what's this? My top tip for breastfeeding mums would be to get everything sorted before you sit down and they get on the breast, because you might be there for quite a while. I tend to try and get the remote control, my iPad, some water, and some snacks in case he falls asleep. I could be there for up to 2 hours sometimes, so you want to get everything ready beforehand.